One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a conference rival from the American, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get one.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse right back at it. From the red zone, looking for a man. They go to the wide receiver screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right on the money. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Going for 6. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead.
Oh, a lot of space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Finds the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on 1st down. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Reese. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Quick handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Syracuse will send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff from the gun. Slithers into space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season. What a momentum-changing play for his team.
Shoots his way for more.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Syracuse mere inches away from a third down conversion. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the screen seemed like a good idea at the time, but they were fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on defense, I think it just comes down to having really good awareness. You're watching the ball, you're seeing where it's going, you're locating blockers, and then defeating those blocks getting to the football.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Never a doubt. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Demaniak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Rushes on him. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Balls and fired complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bearcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move there. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Those 2 failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're working that left side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Cuse. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Banks. Takes the easy completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Fighting off the defender. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. To the air on first down. He turns that loose down the right side.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Puts it out of the air. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Banks. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. Creates a little space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll leave it with him. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bearcats! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Runs through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Give to the big fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air. It's Banks. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Might be changing the route. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bearcats will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gator gets it to the 49-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it first and 10 now inside the 50. That's caught. It's Reese. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Hand off from the shotgun. Got a little space. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest.
And down he goes, and down goes for the moment. The chance to tie the game here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? 19. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Banks. Working that left side now. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Demanian. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Bearcats have this offense rolling. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. First down for this offense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The give to the back. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The Bearcats inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Here's the heat. Grabs it in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Banks. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Why are they throwing here? Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
Final score, Cincinnati. 0.